Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. Hey, ladies. So, you are going to be getting much more morning vlogs or morning videos because I've been getting up early. So, early for me has been 5:30. It's like I woke up today about 5:14 and I kind of stay in bed for a minute, and by 5:29, 5:30, I literally jump out of bed feeling amazing. I go into my beauty room slash yoga room slash office. So my yoga room, and I do my yoga and I get into it, and then I draw a beautiful bath, and I put sea salt spirulina, and that's it. And then I have my aroma lamp on today, and it was burning fragrance of ylang ylang. And ylang ylang is wonderful for promoting that divine sensuality. It's also a mild sedative, so it's very calming as well. But you feel that sensuality, like, oh my God, it's yeah, it could rock your world. It is so deep and so ecstatic. And I remember yesterday, okay, I remember yesterday I used the word ecstatic. I remember that I used the word ecstatic, that's what we want to feel when we talked about feeling happy. It's the feelings that get the blessings. And I used the word ecstatic. And I guess, the ancestors, the divine was giving me that word for a very important reason. And I realized some things about myself because I'm not in the bathtub asking and begging and pleading. And I say that when we doing intense affirmations every day or intense visualizations, we want this thing, we want it, and we want to see it. And if we say it every day, we see it every day, then it's going to happen. Now that I don't do that, but I just allow myself to just be. I allow myself to just be in that water, be with my tea, be with myself and my thoughts. I discovered something about me. And I discovered for me, I think while I'm moving away from my way of doing spirituality, not that I don't have things that I've learned or grown through from that way of being spiritual, but I feel like my spirituality in some ways have killed, I said, my sexuality, my sensuality, my need to express. You can become the mother goddess so much that at 30 something years old, you're the mother to all. And in a sense, that's not that the vibration of that could be beautiful, but the vibration of that can also attract people that either need mothering. So they don't see you as a sexual being, they see you as a high divine priestess, a divine goddess, a mother in a sense, and you start to see yourself as that. I was telling my mastermind group, I started going back today about my relationships and, when did I lose sexy? When did it all go? And I remember before I met my daughter's father, my nickname when I walked down the street and men was rapping to me, it was sexy chocolate, okay? I could not be sexy. Like I could try not to be sexy, but it wasn't happening. I was just naturally a sexy, curvaceous, innocent in some ways, and just wearing it and loving it. And actually I never bought an outfit that didn't accentuate my body because there was never an outfit that didn't do that. And I was sexy. And then when I met this Rasta brother, he, of course, the belief system is to cover everything. I mean, shoulders, arms, legs, and definitely head. And I think about it now. I'm going to tell you this story. I'm going to go through it all, but I'm going to tell you that it was my vibrational frequency. What had happened before I met the men in my life that showed me what I was feeling, that reflected the vibrational frequency that I was carrying. Right before I met my daughter's father, I remember saying, like, I felt like I was too out there. Like at that point, I had a few one night stands, and I was very much into my sexuality and wearing my clothes and meeting lots of men and kind of having fun. What I called it having fun, but I felt bad, and I felt like I needed healing, as you all say, and I felt like I was just everything was wrong, and that I'm not really finding the right person because maybe I'm giving it up, too soon, or or whatever, whatever it was, all the things that they tell you that you kind of believe. And I felt like my womb needs some help and I'm going to get help. And so Lisa, that's my name before I met my daughter's father, became Nubia. And Nubia, not only did Nubia must have believed that for real, the man I married, I say my daughter's father was a marriage, was the priest of our community. No, 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 no. I didn't just get the brother around the corner roster, the down the street roster, the hanging in front of the African shop roster, the selling weed roster. No, I got the priest himself roster because that's how I felt about myself, that I need to go to God because I must have been unholy. And so I went to God, right? And so I got the priest, and our house was quiet when the sisters would be in my house, and he would come and everybody would leave. He just had this kind of authority. It was like the priest is home. We used to keep Sabbath every Saturday to Sunday. It was so not me that when I went home, my family looked at me and like, where's the cute, sexy clothes? Where's the villagey outfits? Where they didn't say it, but they implied it. Like, who are you? Who is this woman with this all this covering and da 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 da. In my ways, I feel like now I wouldn't call myself an ex-hoe, but maybe a religious person might. I don't think I was a hoe at all, but I don't really know what a hoe is actually, because the definition today is so different, and I'm kind of loving the freedom of it. But I think a lot of spiritual women, you're gonna be mad at me. A lot of religious women are somewhat has some hoe in them, okay? I'm gonna be really real, like ex-hoes, a lot of them go to spirituality. And I'm not saying that I was ooh, I love me. I'm not saying I was a hoe. Wouldn't put myself in that category, but I'm not gonna tell you I had sex with one person before I became a Rasta woman. I'll put it that way. I was definitely, I've seen some things. Okay, so ex-hoes and spirituality, yeah, we that go together. Okay, the degrees of wholeness is your determination, and it's up to you to describe what a hoe is for you. But some might say, wow, you had sex with men before marriage, then you're a hoe. And I had sex with more than one man, more than 10 men at that point before marriage. And for me, my daughter's father, so I guess I was feeling like a hoe, whatever. Anyway, all the religious women that know, you know what I'm talking about, unless you just never went down that path and you found God in another way. That's up to you, but I'm keeping it real for me. Anywho, degrees of wholeness, y'all, degrees of wholeness, okay? So I met him and I was like, oh, I was the priestess wife and I was just boring and I was just, and I couldn't stand it. And I would write all of his sermons and nobody knew, and because I was a writer, and I was just like, oh my God, this life was just not me. And anyway, eventually I came out. I left that relationship and I went back to me. My sensuality came back naturally. I remember people called me, I remember this one brother in the community, he called me Chocolate Thunder. I was breaking all the rules, coming with my head unwrapped, my shoulders wasn't covered. They was done with me. I had all the women was, it was like mutiny, y'all. Everybody was rebellion, like, girl, you right, we tired of this too. And I know all of us went from, head wraps to no hair, cutting our hair off, or some people got perms. Some people went from drinking nothing to drinking straight up Hennessy. A lot of us went from, my thing was, I just wanted to wear a pair of jeans again. I was like, I want to wear jeans. I miss my jeans. I got to have my jeans. And I put my jeans back on, and I was walking down the street, and I was myself, and it felt so comfortable. And again, I started hearing sexy chocolate, sexy chocolate, sexy chocolate. I had one brother who only knew me as the Rasta said, I didn't know you was so beautiful when I took all that stuff off, because I was, not to say there's some beautiful women of the faith. I was just not feeling it, so it wasn't really reflective in me. And so I gained my sensuality back, I thought, right? So I must have been feeling guilty again. Must have got into wholeness. Wholeness! Not wholeness. Okay. Anyway, must have been feeling guilty again. And so, because I'm just only going by what I attracted. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. Must have been feeling guilty again. So my wholeness came out, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling guilty. I need to clean it up. So I found Queen of Fu, a sacred woman, and that's all about your head covering, and you're a divine sacred woman, and toxic sperm and men coming up in ya, and it's not good. And I don't disagree with any of it. I'm not disrespecting any of it. It's some great great information. But see, me, I'm extreme. If I go in hard. So I will take everything to the nth degree to the point that it ain't even what it was meant to be. So I was Nubia I, honey. Oh, I got that name, by the way, from my daughter's father. I found it because everybody in the community had like dope names. Wasn't nobody named Lisa or Sharon. It was Rafia and Dewana and Ifia and nobody. So I was like, well, I want to be Nubia, you know. So anyway, I gave myself a name. Everybody like, and then that was just it. And then I became kind of like the priestess married to the priest. So got out of that, was cute, fun, having a good time, but again, must have felt guilty. So I attracted this older gentleman who was like, be free, and he told me how to drive, and I performed and everything. But I noticed he liked to go shop with me, and all the clothes he would pick out me was like clothes that a priestess would wear. And I kind of fell into it. It's like, well, I'm a sacred woman. I done been celibate for, I don't know, maybe a year at that point, 365 days. I'm doing my poetry. It's all sacred poetry, and it's all sacred, and that's what people saw, and that's how they saw me. So he would take me shopping and buy me all these sacred clothes and sacred jewelry, and it was all kind of. I thought I was free. I would say he was our most freest relationship, but no. I realized in his own way that guilt, vibrational frequency of guilt of not showing up again. So I stayed with him for 6 years, and then I got out of that. And yeah, in both relationships, sex wasn't all that there. Now I had a lot more exciting sex before I became spiritual. That's for sure. But that's my own belief system in that. Not blaming the spirituality, not blaming anything. Just revelations. So then I meet the Rasta in Trinidad. Oh, he loved me. He said I was official. Official, for those that don't know, means because I wore my hair wrap every day, and I didn't just wear dresses or skirts. I wore long skirts because I was trained well in spirituality and Rastaism and consciousness to be covered. So he loved me. I was official, but now I will say it wasn't, the sex was incredible. Okay, so that was a little different. So we changed that, but I was still playing the role, I thought. And I was like, even though it was a long distance relationship and I went there a lot of times, it was a relationship. And so I caught back and I said, you know what? I got to be myself. But I'm still doing Sacred Woman. And at this point, I find raw foods. And that's when I meet you all. I find raw foods, but before that, right before I found the raw food, the reason why I went into raw, because again, I was feeling guilty again. Because after I got from the Trinidad thing, I started doing me and being me. And then I meet my present husband, Warren Goodson. And Warren's very sensual and wonderful guy, but I realized too, I started laughing when I thought about over the 8 years when Warren likes to go shopping with me too, and he would always pick out a dress, and it's the same dress. It's the A-line. I guess that's A-line where it comes out around the hips, and so it's kind of sheery. It's a little short, but it's sheery. It's that same dress. No matter if it's cotton, knit, cable, jersey. I'd be like, babe, you pull out, you pick the same dress for me. So then I became the Afrocentric, artistic, but still very kind of spiritual in my clothes, even the one I got on now, but I did get it from a Tibetan store. And it didn't show my nipples, so I think that makes a difference, because that's another thing, like, I don't like bras, I don't wear them, but I'd be like, oh, I should wear a bra because my nipples are showing. Everybody's going to be like, why is she not wearing the bra? Her nipples showing. I'm like, you know what? Who cares? Because I likes my nipples, so they going to show. Anyway, I know you're like, who is this? Who this woman, Harpo? But anyway, so I realized that, again, when we met, we were definitely was hot and heavy, y'all, me and Warren, but Warren's, brother, you don't never compare a woman you with the woman you was with on a sexual level, and he made that mistake. He made that mistake kind of early on, and it just it took me down. Like I didn't feel it. It wasn't cool. And it messed up our relationship. I think for years to come, that hurt stayed there. But what I was saying to you in my Facebook video, I did a Facebook video, it's not your womb that was wounded, it was your pride. And when I started realizing that, but wait a second, it didn't start with Warren or the guy before or the brother before or the brother before. Whatever that thing that said to me that, oh no, you can't be all of your sexual, sexy self, whatever that was, whether it was misappropriately being touched on the subways in New York City, or somebody having a date rape when I was younger, but didn't even know that that's what it was, right? Whatever it was, or just people, your mother, or people looking at you like, that skirt's too short, or oh my God, or whatever it is, or I'm not going to get a man, I'm not going to get married because, you know, I'm not following the rules. And I became so spiritual that I was just like, you know what? I just want to be with God. I just want to be with the higher self. And spirituality told me today, who says if sex is not of the higher self, if sexuality is not of the higher self, it's how you got here in the human form. How powerful is that? And that's why I kept going back to Nubia and then Lisa and Nubia and the whole bit. And so I'm not there. Like I'm telling y'all, mine 2019, the first class in January is your sexuality. Who stole it? Where is it? Where did it go? Are you so spiritual you ain't even sexual no more? Are you so feeling, did you run to spirituality because of your sexuality? Do you think you have to hide it? I see beautiful queens, even in my group, that we're kind of like, I don't want to be that spiritual woman that's kind of cold. There was a spiritual sister that I admire so much, and I got to speak at the same place she was speaking. And when I held her, I felt like not a cold person, like somebody who don't have sex. And it didn't feel good. It felt like, oh, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. Everybody bows or looks at me that way, but I'm cold. I feel like I felt it. It was like, oh my gosh, she don't have sex and she ain't had sex in a long, long time. And it didn't feel like I wanted that feeling. I wanted that sensual feeling that it's like warmth. It's like, it's like, you ever like on the movies or like a cartoon, they would take the pie out the oven and then the aroma, you could see the aroma will be going up in smoke and you could tell, and everybody be like, because it smells so good. I want to walk by and you see my smoke and my aroma as you sniffing it, wondering why you can't stop walking down the street and following behind. Do you understand? And then when I got married, I really kind of, played that down. Like, because, you don't want a man looking at you. I notice even now when I pass a bunch of brothers or men, I do kind of put my eyes down or kind of make myself in the sun feel small because or if they look at me, I don't make eye contact. Especially when I was married, because I seemed like, not that my husband was that kind of guy. I wasn't me. I wasn't an individual anymore. I didn't know who I was. And I forgot. And I am sensual. I am sexy. I got nipples and I don't like bras. Okay. God dang, I don't really like panties either, but I do wear those when I need to. And we talk about sexuality. So I got a gift for you on Friday. I'm going to announce my January course and I'm going to make it special for everybody, special pricing just for the 1 month. But honey, there is fire down below. And I was cold, and in this 8-year relationship, it became cold sexually, I believe, and I'm sure he would agree. And it didn't have to. He didn't hurt my feelings. I vibrated at a frequency that made me feel like that something about that was not right. And the more that I became into in my case, sacred woman, but everybody, it could be your Buddhist religions, it could be your Islam, it could be your Christianity. The more that I was in that, the less that I felt like I could express that was no place. No man in my life would have had a problem with me being more sexy or expressing my sexuality. It was in me. It turned me into this or that, either or, not and both. And I'm telling you, this revelation came to me through Sacred Hibernation. It is our current intensive. We are delving deep, and we want you to come. It's $97. It started Sunday. It's not too late. You have till tomorrow's the last day to come in. Come in and get yourself back. When you are sacred hibernation, when you are using this time, this season to find yourself, whoa, look what you could find. I'm also doing dating and the ancestors. I can show you, teach you, understand the language that they speak to always put you in your right place and all the places where I wasn't, and maybe you're not either, in the place you didn't want to be. Vibrational frequency is huge. Vibrational frequency is big, and it's your belief system. It's somebody said something. We're going to have to get our pride over that and understand that it was a lie, it wasn't true, and go down there and find out who you are. Find out who you are. I really hope you'll join this Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is dating and the ancestors, and it's powerful. I hope that many of you can come into the intensive that started Sacred Hibernation. $97 is powerful, and a whole bunch of other things on the website. that I think you will love. So 2019, y'all, it's gonna be, oh my God. And the thing is, of course, you can be spiritual and sexual. You can be sexually spiritual, spiritually sexy. You can be essential. You can be all of that, but show it. You could be, and my higher consciousness, I speak to it every day. It's how I now know how to manifest in ways that I never knew before. It's not the old way, it's the new way. It's ancient African wisdom for the modern system, making the old new. It's saying, Kofa, bring back, if that's what was lost, then bring it back anew. And to bring it back anew is within yourself. It's an individual thing. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. So if you like it, this video, please share it. Please comment. Please like. Please share. Please subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and share the video. It's time for us to come out, y'all. Come on out. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Hey, Jen Sadiq. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Belinda. Hey, Justin. Hey, Joy. Hey, Yasmin. Hey, Queen's Natural. Yasmin says, yep. Egyptian says, good morning. Jay Moore says, good morning. Rella says, thank you for your transparency. Thank you. Yasmin says, yes, her being transparent is helping me so much. Oh, Yasmin, I'm so glad to hear that. Queens is smiling. Egyptian is laughing. Yasmin is looking, I don't know that look. I love that look, but I think it's good. Queen says, I feel you. Yasmin's just rolling. Degrees of wholeness. Brianna London says, yes, quote, water to Hennessy, have me hollering. Fleshy broad, I love it. Oh my God. Carolyn, good morning. Precious Grand Rising Queen and everyone. Wholeness happens. Jay Moore says, wholeness, I love it. Camille says, Grand Rising, sister. Gypsy is rolling. Linda is rolling. Precious says, I'm loving this. The nipples. Green Life say, good morning, great topic. We need this. Much love from NYC. Thank you, Queen. Jay Moore said, I got braless. I go braless on Sundays. I love it on Sunday, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Yasmin says, yes, pride can be ruined. Yes, preach says, this is a good subject topic of discussion, says Willer Ibrahim. How are you? Says, Critical Thing says, yes. Thumbs up this vid, says Jay Moore. Critical Thing says, yes, at Willer Ibrahim. Says Yasmin. Great rising. Glad to catch you live. Hey, Insoroma. Good rising teacher to you too, BB. Camille became invisible. I do understand. Good morning. I am goddess. Yes, they call me Alora Alafia, goddess to you too. Goddess in transition. Love that one. I'm choosing not to be sexually right now. I'm just not trying to be touched right now. Oh, I get it. Ashe, Conjure Woman says Ashe, Sacred Conjure by Monique Warden. Gypsy says, Lisa, what is your mail? I'm enjoying this topic. Why do we fear sex and sexuality? We're going to talk about it. Email, the price says $147. Oh, the price says $147 for, thank you, ladies. If you ever see that, you know that something was a mistake, okay? So I will fix that price to put it back to $97. Gypsy, thank you so much. I'm going to fix that. If you are interested, ladies, Joyce says, thank you. Sacred says, Ashe. Sacred says, good morning. Good morning. Alicia says, good morning. Sister, loving the topic. Do I need a Facebook account in order to participate this Sunday? Yes, you do. You need a Facebook account and you can let it go as soon as you're finished. So yes, you do, darling. Thank you for asking. Tiffany says Grand Rising. And I'll make sure if whichever one says 147 or 47, let me go fix that because that's wrong. I'll fix both. Sacred Conjure, thank you for your transparency. Women still treat sex as taboo. Yes, they do. Repair marriage options. Sorry if too personal. No, I'll tell you why. Willer says, yes. Precious says, I don't know. My sensuality and sexuality increased even more once I began to tap into my spirituality. Then that's beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. And that's another way of looking at it. Thank you. I'm trying to get this class. Okay, I'll fix that for us. So true. Now I don't know how to get back in the groove, girl. It's about lost the groove. Good morning, birthday. Yes. Oh, good morning. Did meditation last night. I feel great. Yes. So, ladies, this is now because I know, thank you, got it, sis. Thank you, Willard. Thank you so much, Queen. You know what, ladies? I know that either this will elicit from you feelings of anger, or you'll feel like you have to defend yourself, or you'll feel like you're saying, I understand celibacy. I did it. I'm saying with the right reason. Some of us go to celibacy because we feel like we was hoeing. We feel like we was wrong. We feel like we had bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship. So the way we do to fix it is have no relationship. and then you have no relationship, and the first one you get back into is a bad relationship. Because that wasn't the answer. The answer was to say, maybe you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe you didn't understand your own self. Maybe you didn't know thyself as a woman. Maybe our society, I know black folks, sex is not the biggest subject we talk about. That's why we so effing rambunctious with it when we find it. That's why church girls, when they leave, they be a whole of the nation, honey. Whole of the nation, honey. And speaking of the nation, a lot of hoes over there too. I'm saying ex-hoes. I'm just saying, and I'm being bold because I just want you to understand that hoe is not a bad thing when I'm saying if somebody told you, sometimes some of us have been sexually promiscuous, sleeping around with anybody, looking for love in all the wrong places, and there's nothing not good or bad. That's not healthy. That's not healthy, but I'm talking about when your sexuality, you start taking the part of you that wants to just find something that's right for you or find somebody that's right for you, but you start blaming yourself for why you're not. You start blaming your sexuality and everything down there for why you're not having the right relationship with the right person. You start hiding yourself on a sexual level. I know some of us that are sexual looking, that we come out with our sexuality, but we're still got low self-esteem and we're afraid to step into that. I'm talking to every woman, not just the woman that might have felt like a hoe, or maybe you just straight was one. You know, not the woman that was promiscuous. I'm talking about the one that is so dang sexy and you look sexy on the outside, but you don't walk in there because you're fearful and you're afraid and you can't see it. How many fine women you seen that don't know they fine? And everybody else feel comfortable around that because it make you feel like you doing okay. That's not right. There's more to you as a woman, and most of what you learn about yourself as a woman has been designed or defined from a man, and you know that it's true. You know that men have defined you. So if your sex, when you got more sexual, when your spirituality, then I love that. That's a beautiful thing. Mine wasn't that. Mine was, I've got to meditate. I got to meditate. I don't want to have sex right now. I got to meditate. I got to do my meditation. Some of us start thinking that maybe when we start dating or maybe when we start getting a man that's going to take us away from our spirituality. I've had that too. Messes you up. When I say about, you said about me repairing my marriage, I don't know. I think there's other issues that me and Warren have as a personality kind of thing. But I can say that yes, that stopped being there. But, you know, he only said that thing to me because my vibration was that I can't, that's not good. That don't give that up or don't, you know, I mean, he laughed about the first time he tried to get, like, my legs were so closed, so tight. Like, I went from open legs to closed legs, tight, god dang tight. It was so tight, like, he was like, could you relax? I was like, oh, like I was a virgin, and I wasn't, but I was celibate for so long at that point because I was wrong and I was bad, and that's why I didn't have a man, and nobody was marrying me, and now I know I ain't the only one that was thinking that. You can be spiritual and sexual. We have to stand in our power. There's too many beautiful black women who don't know that they're beautiful and powerful and sexy. That's all I'm saying. So if you feel away, because that means something going on and it's taking you out of your complacency and your reality, because your reality can change at any time. We got beliefs, and belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over again. It ain't real. And that's what I realized for myself. That I'm going to got rid of a lot of clothes. I'm going to get rid of a lot more. Y'all don't even know what you about to see in the spring. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I love you, though. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see. Okay, Will, I love you again. Gypsy says, yes. Sacred says, right. Will says, wow, this has happened to me. Thank you for sharing. Abraham 6 says, you can't get there from there. That's what I'm saying, Queen. Ha, 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 says Gypsy. CTFU. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but Sister Mawu Netter, yes, she says, I am goddess. Yes, people associate sexiness with wholeness. I've always been sexy and didn't understand it, so it created sexual hangups. Thank you, Queen. Girl, I see you. You know I see you, and I thank you. risking your health and mental and physical. Okay, we'll go. Tell me more. They are that are ingesting self-righteousness to the point where sex becomes uncomfortable. There you go. Person says, yes, once I started to get to know me, my relationship with others changed. I love that. That vibrational frequency heightened and the people on the frequency were attracted to me. That's right. Sister says, yes. Yasmin says, yup. Sister says, me either. Yep. Camille says, yes, embracing our divine feminine sexiness. I like that. Yes, 100%, says Gypsy. Religion takes priority over sex. That's not healthy. No, it's not. My sexuality disappeared once I got married, girl. I hear that one too. The Gypsy says, is this all covered in the class? Damn, Lisa. A whole lot more, because we ain't even touched the surface, y'all, to be honest. I'm just trying to wake you up. Rella says, I'm just coming out of that thinking. But yes, you want to talk about, yes, the Sunday class, yeah, this and more. Sacred says, oh, yes, she says, hello, like, yes, I hear you. Rella says, and by just, I mean this morning because of this discussion, Ashe. Reese Reese Aces, good morning, beautiful. Good morning to you, Queen. Cracking the F up, says Maya. Cutting the F up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, girl, you got to hit me to the hip talk. Okay, thank you. Great topic this morning. Thank you. Yo, Aces, good morning, sis. Yes, good morning. Y'all giving each other the greetings. I love it. So, yeah, y'all, I put it together, but like what men got to understand is like when my husband said something like, dude, are you comparing me to are you out of your effing mind? Like that, you don't do that. But when I think about it, my frequency was that this is holy and sacred. He got to be at his highest. And I'm not saying none of that is not true. I'm saying you got to go for great and not good. But if you're coming from a place where it's like, it can be confusing. And I just feel like a lot of religious people, I'm just saying, when I was growing up, I wasn't a church girl, but I knew church girls. Oh my God, when some of them got out the church, they was off the chain, like a wild animal who was chained up for so long that they missed something. So you're gonna have an imbalance when you try to instill this kind of no sexuality. This is not even really about sex. This is about sexuality and having a healthy one. Y'all know a lot of churches shun a healthy sexuality. Because even when they say if your husband abuses you, you should still have sex with him when he wants it, then that's not encouraging a healthy sexuality. See, you can look at it on that end too. A healthy sexuality is I want it because I believe it's good, or just 100 sexuality is forget sex. Let's take sex out. Healthy sexuality is so I don't wear a bra, why am I a hoe? Or so I show my curves, or why am I bad? Or I really feel good, I walk a certain way. And even women be like, look how she walks, she nasty. That's a nasty woman. You see her nasty self. Because they're so afraid you're going to take their man. I think women really want that feeling of, like I said, think about the pie that come out the oven, and that smoke is an aroma, and they show it as a smoke. And everybody's following the smell of that pie. You got pie? Your pie smell? It got a nice aroma. Why is nobody following you like that? And if they do, then that's wrong, right? Then the man is wrong because he's caught up in your sensuality. Like Gerald, you always caught up in my sexuality. Where you at? Where you at, Gerald? Okay, anyway, I'm just... Oh, yeah. Okay, let me go fix this stuff because I think you're going to be buying some stuff today. Let me go make sure my website is right, tight, and delights. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying is, and you just forgot. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying you just forgot. Okay, wait a second. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. No one ever explained to me my power. Yes, it's taken this many years for me to understand what it is. Me too, God. It's me too. Tar says, are you following Miss Universe? I don't even know who Miss Universe is right now. Is she a black queen? I hope she is. Maya says, right, I hear you when you get married. You're married now, so your body is not your own. Maya, that's how I felt. And then we could, that's like a whole right night subject within that subject is don't get, and then you get married, you be like, oh, I'm my husband's wife. Like it's weird. And like you're right. Sexuality can go down in marriages for a lot of reasons because your husband kind of got you and you got God. And so you don't feel it's all good and he ain't really going nowhere because that's what you think and he thinking it's this weird kind of thing going on. Like there was a moment that my husband and I, we said, you know what, let's date. Now that we're separated, maybe we could actually go out on a date. But I realized he don't know how to pursue me in that way that I really want to be pursued. He never really did. And that's an issue for me. That's the good that I don't want anymore. I want the great. The great is you want this, show it. I've been so busy in our relationship, being the romantic one, being the one that sets the dates, being the one that says, well, let's go here and do that, trying to bring the fire so I could get excited to have sex with your damn ass, okay? But if I can't, you ain't giving me nothing, I can't give you nothing, and I can't be the man and the woman because that'll kill the sex like right there on the spot. So there's a lot that I don't really want to teach him. I need the man to come, but I need to come too. And I realized that if I come knowing that that was a lie, that that's not true, that everything I thought about myself, past, whether it was past marriage or the past singleness was a lie, and that I can step into that, then that man gonna be like, I like you and I'm gonna show you, I'm sniffing around, I'm marking my territory, I'm gonna do everything I could. You gonna know I wanna get with you. I don't want that. My husband don't know how to do that. I love him, bless his heart. He don't know how to do it. He ain't willing to do it. He don't know how to do it. And he really didn't know how to do it from the beginning. I was pushing this relationship, so I don't know. But now that I've changed and grown, I mean, anything can happen. But I say, why go back to good when I could go to, it wasn't even that good. First of all, I don't mean sex. I mean just everything else. But, what about, why can't I just go to great? Why can't I just go to great? Like now that I know how great I am, I think great can come right down the door and knock on the door. Great can knock on the dang door. Matter of fact, wait, is that a knock at the door? I think that's a knock at, it's great. Hey, great, hold on, I'm on YouTube. Wait a second, baby. Wait a second. Great knocking at the door right now. I bet great knocking at your door too. But you can't see because you're cold downstairs, okay? Just playing with y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, where we going? Okay, I gotta get off y'all. I love y'all. Yes, yes. Laugh out loud says sister. BCO says hashtag my pie smell good. I love her. I love you. Mars says to laugh out loud. Yes, Maya says there is the other side of people who are virgins when they get married. I've had friends who are insatiable now. That's a good point too. I could imagine. Woo! You need to do a class on raising daughters on how much sexuality and sensuality we should allow in our communities. We always say, make sure she ain't grown, but I feel it suppresses us later. Yasmin, me too. I would love to do that class. Dead, ha ha ha, says Gypsy. Yes, and the enjoyment of orgasm. Can we talk about it? And I mean, I think we can have multiple orgasms. I think this is another reason why I'm reading books on Tantra and the Tao of sex, because I think our men, y'all got to hold that sperm so we could get ours on like a lot better than you're doing. Like you gotta just that's some sloppy DICK. Like, and what I mean by that, I'm gonna be real. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm gonna let it flow. Yeah, it's not enough that you got a DICK because we women have made it enough. He got to dig y'all, so it's good. Like he's a man and I'll just take. No, you can control that. You can ejaculate. You can hold that and have her come in many, many more times because since you come and you wiped out, that's not going to be good for her. And women, you know that don't be good for you. You know 1 time or 2 minutes, that's not fun. Especially if you hot. And then you want to have it again and again. You want to have it tomorrow or 2 days later and you can't keep it. You're going to have to work. And they can, and there's exercises. I'm reading these 2 books called The Tao of Sexuality. I haven't read it yet. I ordered them and I got them. And it teaches a man how to really hold that. So men got to start, really investing. But women, if we said to them like, hey, brother, really, like I can go a little more or take me to so many levels that I want to go more. Do your part too now, like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see. And then I'm going to let you go. I know I said that all the time. Okay, yes, yes, and yes, orgasm, Egyptian, yes, but sexual energy is very powerful for manifesting. Yes, in Saroma, I love you for this one, sis. Thank you, Inocean Princess. Sacred Conjure says, okay, yes, 100%, says Sharina. Sister, yep, laugh out loud, says, exactly, says Sacred. Yep, Lisa, this mean and mine always try to romance the damn man all the time. Yeah, Lisa, that means me. Okay, give me that one, a gypsy again. I want to get that. Sister Goddess, I am Goddess says, Sister, you on. Thank you. Sacred says, that's right. Maya says, I like F your ego. And now I just have to be blunt, even if it hurts feelings, Ashe. That's right, Queen. One thing I learned early in my marriage was to ignore the church. Go ahead. That's Ori's. Thank you. Bettina says, that's the issue I'm having with my husband. The things that he did to me to get me, he had changed. And brothers, we got to. But sisters, you know what? I'll tell you how to get it back. I'm going to tell you what our power can make the dead arise again, y'all. Sacred conjure great can come from the man, the male man. That's that's right, girl. Bettina says, good morning, Queen. Alicia says, so right. We tend to settle. Yes, we do. Sister says, laugh out loud. Sacred says, love you. Marsha says, I cannot have meaningless sex at this age. I do not have time or patience. Not just meaningless, deadness. Like what I'm saying is, we'll get there. Oh my God, cold downstairs screaming. That's what I'm saying. Yasmin, not cold downstairs. Yes, no to good. I will have great. Yes, BB, sacred. More foreplay. Yes. Hello. Yes, right. No, the whole body has to be stimulated. Yes. Slow, slow, Emily says. Some are just selfish, bloody selfish sex. Go ahead, girl. A man isn't supposed to ejaculate every time anyway. Come on, now, can we break it down? Even before ejaculating, they can become more acquainted with foreplay. Can we get a witness? Selfish men are the worst. Generous men with love, affection, finances is best. Oh, go ahead, girl. I have to bring the romance to the relationship, and I'm done with it. I settled. Yeah, deadless. Yeah, y'all got it. It go two ways now, brothers. Y'all gonna have to learn the woman's body and the woman's mind because they're connected. They're connected. And you sisters, you already know this. The mind and the body for the woman is connected. That's why foreplay is so important to us because we need to be stimulated. Look, we got a lot on our damn mind. We got all your damn kids. We got to wipe their damn noses, change their damn diapers. We got a lot on our damn mind. We got to do, and then we got to make sure you okay, getting to work, make sure you got everything you need. And they be like, why you don't want to have sex? Because I'm damn tired. And you don't make it no exciting because you're going to come in 2 seconds. So now I done did all that for what? We better get our low. We got to lessen our low. We got to have support. We got to have other sisters around us to help us. And we got to have men understand like that's not going to do it. But first, we got to understand that. Well, I now know that I won't even have to find one to teach if I'm in my power, if I'm stepping in my power and my sexuality and feeling good about what and forgetting everything I've heard, what was said, what I said to myself and step in it. You ain't got to teach him. He coming swinging, baby, knowing how to hold and control. Do you understand what I'm saying? He gonna come that way because they exist. There are some phenomenal male lovers out here. Let's all say it together because when we say it, it becomes. There are some phenomenal male lovers out here that is take their time, but they don't just start making love to you when they hit the bed. They done made love to you when they pulled out the chair for you, opened the door, told you how beautiful you was, took you out to eat, kisses you, hugs you without trying to get some. Could you try that, brother? Why when you hug me, we got to be having sex? Could you do that and don't have sex and then come back and do that again and then maybe I'll give you some because I might want to? So the thing is, you have that ability and you forgot and we settle. And we settle for, some of us are so happy. This society is so driven with, girl, you got a man, and he's good enough. And we don't want good enough anymore. We want absolutely great. Absolutely great. So I'm all about great. So I'm going to talk to you today, Sunday, dating as ancestors. But the whole sexuality that we're having this conversation today, that's going to be a 21-day intensive in January. All my classes, my 21-day intensive, unless you buy packages, are $147. But we're going to have this one on special because I want as many black women in that one as possible. 21 days. But the dating the ancestors, that one's going to get you to him. That one's going to tell me what the ancestors told me and what we're doing and not doing. Oh, my God, that's this Sunday. That's the one you want, Queen. I'm going to fix that price. Obviously, that's why I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that was happening, darling. And then the intensive sacred hibernation, that's what woke me up this morning. So I was like, wait a second, I'm not doing this prayer, man. I'm just being. And Spirit was like, can we talk to you? Burn some ylang ylang, put that in the aromatherapy lamp, and then let's have a talk. And I was like, oh my. So yes, ladies, I'm really gonna let you go. Okay. It's so interesting to see so many women of all ages talking about the same issues. Isn't it wonderful, Maya? Joy says, men don't always know. Show him what you want. Take him to the bathroom and show them what and where. I got you, queen. That's right. Yes, you know I know. It's like I don't have the right to be tired. Girl, you know I know you know. Yes, Lord, says sacred. God says, girl, the downstairs area is hot, okay, and ready. Some brother's going to be blown away. He better be ready, right, queen? Maya says, first I come first. Self-care and yeah, and come first in a lot of ways. Yes, ma'am. BB's just yes. Sarah Honor girl, I'm celibate for 9 months now. Good for you. I hope that's really good for you. Sent some sexy text. Yeah, sent some text. That's always nice, for sure. Yes. Maya says, that's right. Says, yes, brother, could you send me a sexy text? Girl, this is exactly, that's why I said, no, the husband ain't ready. Because can you do that? And when I have to tell you that, no, don't go there. This is not personal. Everything doesn't have to lead straight to sex. Yes, we have to teach them. Yes, that's the big part for me. Sister Mawu Netter says, this was amazing. Live says, facts. Thank you. Bettina says, you speak it to me. Linda says, girl, two poop to pop, right? Egyptian says, okay, so the sacred hibernation is 147. No, it's a mistake. The sacred hibernation, this one that's currently going, is sacred hibernation 21-day intensive. It's $97. If it says 147, it's incorrect, and I'm gonna fix that right now for you, baby. And Sacred says, yes, self-care. Marsha says, you are hilarious, but right, yes. So let me go fix the 21-day intensive called Sacred Hibernation, which we're in now. Nubian, hey, I've lost trust, and he don't understand why I don't want to have sex. Yeah, that'll do it. It's hard to balance your sexuality when you have a family. That's true too, but I'm gonna help us. We're gonna help each other. We're gonna help each other. I've been celibate for 2 years, but I cannot just give it away to good. That's there. We ain't definitely talking about that. We ain't talking about going back to our old ways. We're not talking about that. But I want to make sure we balance that celibacy with, yes, we want great, but great can come a little sooner. And that's what my ancestors in dating at $47 this Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. is really talking about that. And I want to help you because I think our manifestation should be happening faster. And also, though, and of course, a sacred hibernation is just where I'm waking up. We're waking up in sacred hibernation. So if you are interested, the $47 one going to be off the chain because I feel like a lot of y'all is at that point where how we get to square one. Like I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, they say, but yet he ain't still coming. How many of y'all been celibate, but he ain't come yet? It's not the celibacy. It's the celibacy is a response to the other way you were. You think everything you did was wrong, so now you're trying to do something that's so right. You can't get there from there. That's why, and I get that you can't get there from there. You're still trying to get there from there. You can't get to the wholeness. You can't get to the ecstatic sexuality. You can't get to the relationships that you want from a place of I was not good, so everything I did was wrong. I did it all wrong, according to the book of women who get married. But it's not true. And that's what I'm teaching this Sunday. And answers, and that's all I can say. That's all I can say. And then the sacred hibernation is 21-day intensive. That's where we're using this seasonal time to find ourselves because we're giving ourselves the time to do it. So yesterday when I said you don't need healing, I didn't say you don't need to look and figure out who and what you are. I don't want to call it healing. I want to call it discovering. I want to call it you need time to discover yourself. And that's what we're doing in sacred hibernation. It may look like healing as we are used to seeing it, but it's really time to discover yourself. Time to answer. That's what I just did today. That's why I came on with this live stream. I'm discovering myself. And it's not through this. It's funny. I was in the bathtub. It has spirulina and sea salt in it. But I wasn't doing the affirmation visualization. I didn't call up the so-called God that says, I called up Lisa Marie. Nubia, somewhere down in there. Lisa Marie, let's go back there. I called her up. And she said, thank you, because I was cluttered, like I couldn't hear, because you was praying to the and asking the goddess for, and you had all these names and you was calling them, and they was just, I was just waiting for you to say, call on me, call on yourself. Because that's where who's lost. It's you. And I was like, ooh, damn. Damn. All right. I love y'all. I'm going to go now. I got to fix some things. It is, Marissa, but we're going to work it out. I am God, yes. Sacred Ashe, sensuality, yes. Hey, I love the body loves. Ooh, yes. Her body loves. Ooh, like the name. Hey, Delisa, love you, darling. The flower of love. I'm so honored to meet you, Sister Queen, my first time on here. Welcome to the family. Love from UK, London. I love me some UK, London folks. I really needed this. Been celibate since 2015. I've grown and healed so much and still coming into my own. Come on, Queen. Beautiful, says Vasa. Sister Lisa, special request. Any chance you could show us how you do that beautiful hair wrap? I would love to. I'll show you tomorrow morning. Marissa says, I love how you constantly grow and are so willing to share. Oh, thank you. Very motivating. Thank you, ladies. I'm going to go fix this products on this thing, and I will see you in the AM about the same time, between 9 and 9:15, because you'll ask me, and you're right. I will be back. I'm so happy to be able to share. The intensives are powerful, and you'll need to come in it. Hey, oh, thank you. I know, y'all, it did itself, but I'm going to still show you how to do it. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. I love you, Queens, so much.